Yeah, she was a pretty bird.
Something that happened.
Yeah. You definitely lost control. You had no control of that airplane.
Was it a pilot error thing or nothing?
Yeah, it just rolled over.
Oh.
That pilot error.
Well, the pilot error started on the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is it's a chain of events that leads to the fatal crash. That was the first event.
And it really wasn't the fall that hurt it. It was a sudden impact. A sudden stop.
So where's the wind taking off at?
I don't know.
Is the wind on our backs?
Yeah, kind of. It's coming right off the corner of it.
Get off the corner, but watch outside. See if you have this thing flying off in this corner. See if you see any left turn tendencies in this line.
Well, the motor isn't bad.
When it comes in on a landing and tries to give it power, it creeps through the left turn, creeps through the left.
And that's correct. It should do that. So a roller. He's got so much torque in that motor for that airplane being light.
He even put a smaller motor on it.
Plus when he's in a
Don't tell him that.
when he's in a landing flare, if you look at a prop and turn it like that, you'll see one side cups harder than the other.
Yeah.
And with the rotation that we're flying, it's pulling the airplane to the left.
So you got to put the right thrust into it.
Well, you put some right thrust, but see, that's something that changes all the time. So
Yeah.
some right thrust is added, but when you change the position of the airplane, you got to use rudder.
What would be neat is if you could do a mix on a radio where when you put right thrust in with full throttle, and then it backs off at a lower throttle.
Yeah, mix it with your rudder.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Well, that's what you do. As you slow down, you change the pitch of the wing and the propeller and everything, and it always requires more right rudder to correct for that tendency to torque to the left.
Yeah.
The other thing at slow speed, the curl coming off, actually it's coming this way, coming off of the propeller, wraps around the fuselage at slow speed and hits the rudder and wants to torque it off. There's three things that happen. Like when he's flying like this, everything's trying to make that airplane go to the right now. Or I mean to the left. The most common thing you hear in a student airplane is right rudder, right rudder, right rudder, right rudder, right rudder, all day long. Very nice.
Just gotta get used to flying her more.
Flexing the wing. You got something vibrating?
It's always done that.
Damn bee in front of my eyeball while I'm trying to fly. Thank you. It's like, I gotta move, this thing's gonna take me out.
You'll find that fun. Never forget the day Ray was flying and one of those deer flies came up and started biting him as he was flying.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, it was so funny watching
I've
it.
stepped in the fire ants out in these places. That's real fun too.
Yeah, especially when you get a plane in there. Spin, spin.
God, I first time I moved to Florida. I'd been coming to Florida for years, but I moved down here to go to college. They were having something orientation week, and everybody was out in the lawn. But there was one area where nobody was sitting.
I'm always double checking the, especially at this plane after flights, the ailerons and elevator and whatnot.
The piece of foam. It's not like a balsa wood model.
Yeah, it's totally different.
He's ready to start checking and yanking on things. Sweet. Very nice.